Looks like with the order, it looks like it's gonna be me, then Muckstuns, then Boomer, Quinn, Rat, and Torion. Oh, who am I going up against? A Rogue? I just refreshed my shit, so I don't know if it's gonna give me accurate like results. It looks like it's gonna be stealthy. I'm thinking it's a Rico. Oh, it is Rico. Oh my god, I just saw him for a second. There you are, my boy. How hard of an opener should I go with this guy? I feel like I should go pretty hard, right? Cool. Thorns, alright. I can still have dot on him, and maybe I can catch a re. If I can catch a re, that'll be perfect. Because I can catch him in the sap, and then... Yeah, perfect. He's waiting for the dot. Okay, cool. So I can redo my opener now. Oh my god, I'm doing like no damage to this guy, dude. 0 damage at all. Except with dots. Okay, don't want to continue. Should I keep pumping? I feel like I should keep pumping. Someone tells me I should be doing that. Let's blind him. He's not trinketing anything. I don't like that. Probably because he knows his bleed's a lot stronger than my abilities, right? Probably he realizes it. So this time I won't have evasion or anything, so he's gonna fuck me up, right? Is that where I got myself in? Situation I'm in? Yeah, it is. I thought I vanished just now, but apparently not. No. Okay, I can kidney him at least. So now it's bleed dots versus dots at this point. I'm in a bad spot. Holy crap, you don't do any damage as subtlety. That I'm not doing any damage. Which is could be me, honestly. Oh no. At least I got a dot on him. But I'm bleeding right now though. I'm bleeding to all lordy. What? I had a dot on you. Oh my goodness. There it is, man. I thought I got him. I had a dot on him, but apparently it takes forever. Muckstuns going up next as Subtlety, getting a sap onto Rico. Is Subtlety really that bad? Holy shit. Opening up with the Shadow Blades off the bat. Kidney in the opener, going for big damage, getting Rico to about half health. Cheap shot right afterwards into another cheap shot, maybe another Viscerate. But as big defenses coming out for Rico, Bardic Skin, getting Gem Hide, and Survival Instincts all available. Dotting up Muckstuns and rooting him behind in the corner. Cloak of Shadows coming out for Muckstuns, and Rico is just hanging out, fully healing up. Actually caught a full restyle. Stuns is trying to get him out. Getting short stunned on though. Getting Moonfired back to back. Stuns Shadow Stepping to Rico, trying to get some damage established. Doesn't even have Nightblade available. Finally does, but Thorns is available, and as soon as Thorns go up, Muckstuns is forced to blind the guy, blind the Feral. Needs to go for a full reset opener. He's still bleeding, still taking so much damage from the rip and the Moonfire and the Rake. Going for resabs back to back, that's all he can really do. Gonna go for a full kidney, but it's gonna go for a full re-stealth right afterwards. Need to reset after this Feral. There's actually, oh my god, the Feral is OP apparently, what the hell? Or, okay, so the difference between me and Muckstuns, I have a lot of haste in my gear, right? I have a PvE build. Muckstuns actually has versatility and mastery fully stacked as much as he can for subtlety. So at this point, like, okay, you saw my damage and how much I was able to do, and then you saw Muckstuns' opener. I feel like his opener has a little more punch, but doesn't carry. Mine doesn't have as punch, but I can keep carrying, but it just doesn't go anywhere because this Feral just doesn't die. Muckstuns is still waiting for his health to fully come back up. Is he going to have any cooldowns available? Goes for a kidney, getting trinketed on. Trinketing out of the bash of Rico, so you can make sure that he can keep resetting. Rico's going to bear form, no trinket available this time. So this actually could be pretty bad for Rico, unless he sees Muckstuns and catches him first. There's only one more eye available, and it's actually, both of the eyes are on the side where the entrances are. Definitely helping for the Horde, because that's the spawn, so Muckstuns knows exactly where to hang out at. Rico could be looking for him, could try to go into bear after he picks up the eyes. Muckstuns could go for a vanish opener. Wow, this is rough. I'm actually surprised that how rough it is for rogues. Is it just me or what? Damage was never an issue. If I recall, it was the energy regen. You really think so? So McStuns is going for, the setup he's going for is Shadow Focus. Getting opened up, though, by Rico. I don't even have a second to get some water. And getting stunned up. Rake coming out and Moonfire afterwards. McStuns going for a Cloak of Shadows so you can get some damage out while not getting CC'd. But that adaptation, all the trinkets getting popped in, and Rico was able to get completely away from it. Cheap shot coming out. This is going to be the setup for McStuns. This is the moment he can do some damage. Evasion coming out. It's going to be Barkskin Thorns and everything. Is that Barkskin? That's Ursol's Endurance. That's not Barkskin. But he definitely has the same icon. Makes me think of... Okay, so it makes me think of the Feral when they had Barkskin. Because I was thinking like Barkskin for a second. McStuns is just going to sit and wait until he can get a full reset, get some health back, and maybe he can get a nice setup. Goes for a cheap shot opener. No ticket available for Rico. It's up to McStuns to get as much damage as possible there. Going for full kidney afterwards, trying to get away from Rico, and Rico is running to a smoke bomb. McStuns trying to shadow step away from him. Rico's basically back up at full health. Dampening is starting to come in at 7%. We are in tournament rules active too, so I was thinking, you know, that'll help as many people as possible. I don't even know if tournament rules do anymore or anything. McStuns is kind of in trouble, dotted up, getting re-stunned in the opener with Shadow Blades, and at least has Crimson Concoction running, bashed up into a big old bite. And that is it, man. McStuns is out in the open. Vanish coming out. Last ditch effort to do anything right now. Goes for a kidney onto the Feral. Trying to get some damage in, but he does go down. The next up is Boomer as an Outlaw Rogue. We'll see how good an Outlaw Rogue can deal with a Feral compared to a Subtlety. Going for a gouge as soon as thorns are available, but Boomer isn't going for reset or anything. Right, Rico is coming back into him, and that's going to be a repost and a drone rush available. Rico still just hanging out in bear form, trying to get whatever Moonfire damage in. Popping out of the bear form might end up being to his detriment. Gets a full stun on by Boomer into kill spree afterwards. Trinkets it, but still taking a lot of damage. Dust of Incarnation available. Boomer is still just doing so much deeps and just obliterated the Feral as the Feral went for some damage, and Boomer just took him out just like that. My question is, what kind of build is he running? What was that damage just now, actually? Must have been just a dispatch, right, with a couple procs, or between the eyes with a couple procs. Frantic Blow probably was part of it. Getting a sap onto Blood Hunter right now. Blood Hunter is going for eyes, so we'll see where that goes. So sad, dude. What happened to Subtlety, man? Poor Subtlety. I think you have to play Assassin or Outlaw now, huh? Unless there's some kind of build for Subtlety. Maybe there's a certain trait available now that's viable. Boomer just hanging out, no cooldowns available for him. Blood Hunter is hanging out with AoE available. Dampening is starting to tick in into the 16%. Blood Hunter almost spotted Boomer with that AoE available, but Boomer was able to get himself a nice opener. Frothing Rage available, does have Snake Eyes available too. Getting hit with an Incap into an Eye Beam right afterwards. Boomer has some damage available for himself right now, trying to burn those Snake Eyes abilities. Cloak of Shadows opener for Blood Hunter's opener. Gouge coming out as Blood Hunter is mid-air, and Boomer's just trying to get himself a nice reset if possible. Probably going to be able to get it done unless Blood Hunter AoEs and runs by him. No, as he went for the eyes, Cheap Shot came out for Boomer, and he's trying to get himself a nice setup yet again. Get himself a nice roll for Snake Eyes, and Blood Hunter is going up in the air after getting dismantled, and Boomer is going to catch himself a nice reset behind the conveniently placed LOS right now. That's a little bit rough for Blood Hunter, but I guess this is how we as rogues felt against the Feral, right? Damn. Yeah. Blood Hunter getting opened up again. Boomer is getting himself a few seconds of a adrenaline rush. It's going to be Trinket out of Blood Hunter, trying to catch up to Boomer, trying to get some damage in. Does get a stun with Fell Eruption available on him, trying to go for more damage right now, leaving a nice trail of ruin on Boomer, and Boomer is just going for a blind, trying to go for another re-stealth. Another Crimson Vial rocking while dampening is at 23%. For Blood Hunter, that's going to be a full reset onto him, but still hanging out at fairly high health right now, even though the dampening is pretty high. Boomer's going for a reset, got himself a full stun. Killing Spree coming out into Blood Hunter right afterwards, trying to chunk out a good portion of his health. That's going to be Trinket out of Boomer as he's trying to get stunned up by Blood Hunter. Eye Beam coming out after meta is available, getting disarmed on the meta though. So Blood Hunter is only few abilities that he can use in order to deal with Boomer. Going into a darkness and trying to back leap onto Boomer, gets a short stun onto Boomer, trying to get some damage while he doesn't have to deal with a parry, trying to go right through him with Trail of Ruin after a dance, but that's going to be stunned by Boomer onto Blood Hunter and try to get away. It's going to be rain from above, right? Rain from above? Yeah. But Boomer's going to catch himself a nice restyle. Blood Hunter's about 11k health available, getting sapped up while in midair, and that's going to be an ambush worth of damage needed, or even a Sinister Strike at this point. Boomer's just trying to make sure He's going to catch himself a nice reset and making sure he can heal up while Leech is available from the Grand Melee. Going for Cannibalize right afterwards because dampening is so high and going to be opened up by Doilan. Doilan is a Subtlety Rogue, so we'll see if Subtlety does have any competitive aspects to them. Does get himself a decent opener onto Boomer, back-to-back stun locks, and trinket it out of that gouge. That's going to be a dismantle onto Dylan off the bat, or Doilan off the bat. It's stunned by Boomer, and Doilan doesn't have a trinket anymore. He trinketed the gouge, and Boomer decided he can't fight against Doilan right now. He got a nice bleed on him with dagger in the back. That's all he can really do. Doilan tried to go for a cannibalize, but that bleed did stop him. Might even go for the eye available right now. Boomer is going to look for him. He's going to find him. Does find him right before the restealth could happen. Boomer is going to get himself a nice reroll for Snake Eyes. A little bit extra damage for his Sinister Strikes, but it looks like he wants to go for a full reset. He's waiting it out. Cheap shot into a killing spree off the bat in the opener and trying to go for it between the eyes right afterwards, and that's going to be the end to a Subtlety Rogue. Overix trying to go next as a Red Paladin versus Boomer. We'll see if that goes anywhere though, because for Paladins, generally Outlaw Rogues have been the easy spec to deal with, but right now with Outlaw doing as much damage as it does, I think it's going to be the better choice, especially if you can survive it. Up and up with a cheap shot on a Varix. Adrenaline Rush rocking for a short moment after another stun, going for a recoup, or going for a reset right afterwards. And I think he tried to hit him with a Shadow Strike by 5%, Invisible 5%. Yeah, I feel so too, Sav. There's another build I want to try with Gloomblade. I might try it in these duels. I'll share what the build is like. Someone told me it was apparently really good right now, but I don't know if it needs any specific traits. I probably don't have the right traits either though. Overix is getting sapped up right now. Boomer trying to go for a full re-stealth. Hasn't forced any big cooldowns out of Overix yet. Going for a cheap shot in the opener, probably to go for a between the eyes afterwards. No, actually going for a cheap shot so he can build the combo points, reset. Wants to go for a roll the bones, then cheap shot opener, then between the eyes, I'm guessing. Does establish a couple dots onto Overix. That is going to be dampening about 41%, so any kind of healing anybody will have is going to be kind of out of the window. So for Boomer, it's not going to be a lot of healing. Does get himself a nice roll for Snake Eyes, but isn't really able to capitalize too much on it, getting some cash in right now. Going for a back-to-back onto between the eyes afterwards. Cloak of Shadows trying to get away from Overix while Bop is available. Overix doesn't want him to go anywhere. Grapple Hook is going to try to get him away. It's going to be slow to follow right afterwards. Overix is just trying to and Boomer right now going for a Hydge after this. Going for Wings, and that's going to be a Trinket and Gouge onto those Wings. Boomer just waited until Wings were available, trying to go for a Concoction right now while available, and that's going to be a Waste and Infection. Castle's critical, grant them Critical Strike. Okay, I guess a Trinket or some kind of an effect available right now. Boomer is getting slowed yet again by Overix. Overix trying to capitalize whatever damage he can. That's going to be parry available for Boomer, and Overix is just gonna run away, but not run away to the point where he can't hit Boomer. He's just gonna hang out next to the guy. So we'll see where it goes. Boomer is running out of cooldowns very slowly. Dampening is still at 41%. Very fun duel is the Feral Rice Dome. Gotta go. Yo, Agent. Feral Rice. Rico Dome. Thank you so much for coming by, man. Appreciate you. That's going to be Boomer going for a Cannibalize while Overix trying to find him. Not in stealth. Could have seen him. Picking up the eye. We'll be able to see Boomer every single time now. So I'll probably roll the bones. Poking out from the side. Going for a Crimson Vial. Trying to make sure he has all the vials available. I'm still dampening at about 50% now. Overix trying to see if he can defeat Boomer without burning too many more cooldowns. It looks like Overix did Trinket something. Bubble coming out right now, so for Boomer this is big. Bop, Bubble, and what looks like a Trinket is no longer available. Hydge coming out as Boomer's trying to get away with a Grapple and Hook, and that's going to be a lot of damage for Overix, but at least he doesn't have his Execution Sentence available right now for the most amount of damage. And Boomer is just trying to build comp points after disarming Overix in the opener. We'll see where it goes from there. That's going to be Crimson Vial available for Boomer. Trying to get Overix into a stun. Does establish a stun. Going for another Crimson Vial. Trying to maintain his health as best as he can. Doing whatever damage he can to Overix. And now he's getting slowed around the corner. Can't really do anything to get away. Wants to catch himself a reset. Is Overix going to allow him to do that? And it looks like he is going to be able to secure himself a reset. Overix doesn't have any abilities to follow or slow Boomer. But Overix is going to go hanging out near one of the eyes. Actually, no. Going to go for a Flash of Light. Trying to establish himself pretty high before dampening really kicks in, man. Picking up the eyes, and Boomer is going for another Concoction. This man wants to win, but so does Overix. This is actually, I really like this kind of duels where it's two classes that are fighting tooth and nail to see if they can win. Both of them really want to win. And I really like how Outlaw is comparative to like a Red Pally right now. Even though you have Bop and Bubble and all that. Like, it's kind of nice, man. But at the cost of Subtlety not being good, yikes. I don't know how I feel about that. Overix is still out there. Boomer is waiting and biding his time. Cheap shot opener. Going for an ambush, adrenaline rush in the open. That's getting stunned up though. That's going to be trinket out of Averix. And that's going to be a counter stun by Boomer with parry available. Cloak of Shadows coming out as there's Shield of Vengeance available. That shield is going to eat so much damage. Boomer didn't take any because he had cloaked the shield. Concoction running again. Parry no longer available now. Averix still has wings for a couple seconds, but is getting dismantled. Boomer is taking so much damage, forced to vanish. Flashlights coming out of Averix. Boomer just doesn't have enough to commit and end it. It felt like he sank too many cooldowns into... He sank a Adrenaline Rush together on top of a killing spree at the same time into Shield of Vengeance. That was a little bit rough. Boomer getting opened up on though. With the eyes, it's going to be Gouch to help Boomer set up. Going for another reroll, trying to see if he can get anything going. Going for a stun between the eyes afterwards. And Boomer is going to be able to get a stun onto, or Boomer going to get stunned, and Averix is going to take him out. The next person up is going to be Quinrat. And Averix and Quinrat, it's mostly a question of what cooldowns they have. It looks like Averix at most might have a bop available. Trying to run around, ring around the Rosie away from Quinrat as he has wings available. Trying to heal up while Dampen is at 66%. Quinrat is getting a stun onto Averix, trying to get some damage in. Is he going to be able to get much out though right now? Did he commit too many cooldowns? Averix is dropping pretty low on health. Is he going to have anything available? And he does go down. And who's up next? It is going to be the Warrior Gambit. Gambit versus Quinrat. Quinrat trying to go for a heal. Gambit just going in big damage right now as an arms warrior. Another leap coming in as Quinrat is trying to get away with Blessing of Freedom. Stun coming out and he trinkets out of it. Shield of Vengeance available. Pushing in offensively and Gambit's just forcing out the Shield of Vengeance right then and there. He's going to be pretty low on health. Does have a bunch of his procs available and working right now. It's going to be Fear onto Quinrat. Gambit's going to make sure he can get a good setup for damage available whenever he has a stun, because that could be his moment to win. But also he can heal like Quinrat can. Even 70% dampening still allows Quinrat to get a little bit extra healing out of what he can do. That's going to be Gambit's getting stunned up. Quinrat's getting some damage in, and Gambit's went for defensive stance there at the end. Does have sharpened blades available, wants to take out Quinrat ASAP. Can he do a big damage though? Going for a big parry into a big rallying cry. Stun coming on to Quinrat, and as he goes for a war breaker, Quinrat is bobbed. So Gambit's kind of stuck out in the open, leaping away so gets at least some distance away from the guy. Trying to get a charge in, but Gambit's find himself low on health, and that was it. Oh, Boomer, my man, played really well, didn't ya? We had one guy who didn't get to play, but just about everybody else got to. Oh, man. That was rough, man. That was rough. Can I get a game where there's not a pillar hump SMH outlet too good? Hello?